What's going on, everybody? It's your man Lucky. I'm back again with another one. Y'all know how I do this. So check it out. I want to talk real quick um about a relationship killer. Okay. This is a relationship killer right here that I want to address that I know very well. Okay. And it's not even it's a relationship killer. Whether it be a intimate relationship, a friendship, or a relationship with a family member, or just whatever type of relationship, right? But y'all know what type of relationships I really focus on, right? But this right here is a relationship killer, regardless of the type of relationship. Not being able to forgive, man. Not being able to forgive. Now, again, I'm gonna talk to the guys about this right here because I do want to say that I think that men who have pride, men who have egos, a lot of times forgiveness is very, very difficult simply because of our pride and our ego, right? Pride and ego, fellas, you gotta let it go, especially if you're in a relationship, right? Man, listen, your partner is gonna mess up. Nobody's perfect, okay? Nobody's perfect. You have to understand that going in to a relationship. You have to understand that you're not perfect, and the person that you're getting into a relationship with is not perfect either, okay? You have to understand that going into a relationship, okay? No relationship is going to be perfect simply because no person is perfect. You're not perfect, they're not perfect. They're going to do things that rub you the wrong way. Man, matter of fact, you're going to do things that rub them the wrong way. But you're not going to look at it the same way because 9 out of 10 times when people do something, they're not really purposely, in my opinion, I don't think so. I don't think they're really purposely trying to hurt the other person. You know what I'm saying? They just may do it not realizing how the other person feels about it. You know what I mean? And then just some way, somehow they do something that hurts somebody, and then your partner, your spouse may do something to hurt you, not purposely to hurt you. They do something that hurts you, and then now you feel some type of way about it. You know what I'm saying? And because of your pride, your ego, or whatever, you just can't let it go, right? And a lot of times you're looking at it like, how could you do that to me? Because I would never do that to you. You understand what I'm saying? But they're not you. So you can't really just put on somebody what you would or would not have done when you're comparing it to what they have done. You understand what I'm saying? Like, if your wife does something that, man, and I know disrespect is huge when it comes to men. Men want to be respected, right? So, men, let's just say, man, your lady does something that is just, you consider is disrespectful, right? Now, sometimes women don't really see things the way men see them. But again, your pride, your ego, like, yo, she disrespected me, man. Like, yo, how you gonna disrespect me, man? Like, you understand what I'm saying? But women don't see things the way we see them as men. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to what's disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta learn how to forgive, man. Your old lady might do something, man, is disrespectful, man. You gotta forgive her, man. You gotta sit down and just say, listen, this is what you did, this is what happened, this is how I feel about it. We can't let this happen again because ABC, XYZ, this is how I feel about it. And you know what I'm saying? You gotta have that conversation. But then after the conversation, man, you have to forgive, man. You have to forgive. Me, I don't think I've ever forgiven anybody for anything, any wrong that has been done to me. I've never forgiven anybody until right now. I'm making this video. It's 2022. I have not ever forgiven anybody for anything prior to the year 2022. Okay, actually, a few months ago was like the first time that I realized that how much forgiveness and how much not having forgiveness actually affects you as an individual. See, you don't see it, right? You don't see how not forgiving somebody affects you because it doesn't really affect you in a, I guess, I don't know if I'm saying it right, but it doesn't really affect you in a direct way. You know what I mean? Me, somebody does something wrong to me, I cut them off and that's it. You know what I mean? I just cut them off and that's it. I'm good. I keep it moving. But I may still have some type of anger for what it is that they did to me. I'm still holding that anger inside, but not really realizing that I'm holding it inside. And so what happens is in my day-to-day life, just day-to-day activities and things of that nature, that anger comes out in other ways and it affects people who have nothing to do with that anger that you have. Okay, if you understand what I'm saying. It just comes out in your daily activities, you know what I'm saying? And when you hold enough anger on the inside, it hurts you internally and you become, grumpy. Y'all know the grumpy old man that lived down the street, right? He holding in a whole bunch of stuff, man. You see him, hey, Mr. Such and Such, he's holding in a bunch of anger, resentment, just a whole bunch of stuff. And that's what happens to us over time, slowly, when we don't forgive for the things that have been done to us. Now, the thing that you really, really have to understand about forgiveness, which this is probably why I never forgave anybody for anything that was done to me, is that when you forgive someone for something, you're not giving them a pass. You're not giving them a pass for what it is that they did. You're not like letting them know that, okay, what you did was okay. No. That's not what's happening when you forgive someone. See, the thing you have to know about forgiveness is not about the person that you feel did you wrong. The forgiveness is about you letting go of whatever emotion you have attached to whatever it is that they did. You understand what I'm saying? If somebody did you dirty, you're angry. You cut them off, you leave them alone, but you still have that level of anger, that emotion still inside of you. So when you're forgiving someone, what you're doing is you're releasing that anger out of your body. It might sound crazy, and when I first started getting into it, just on my path, my journey for self-improvement, but to become the best version of myself, I was like, huh? Like, I really didn't understand really half of the stuff, but it was because of my mindset, really. I was just stuck on one mindset, and then when you're being introduced to new things, you have to open up your mind. You have to open up your mind to be able to take in new things. In my mind, I just had this wall up. Yo, listen, I am who I am, and that's it. This is what you see is what you get. Point blank, end of story. But in my journey, my path to become a better person and improve myself, I had to open up my mind. And I had to open up my heart. That sounds crazy. I don't even feel right saying that. Like, man, when people start seeing these videos, people that know me, they're gonna be like, what? Open up your heart. Bro, what's going on with you, man? You all right? What's going on? But it's real. Like, that's really what it is. So understand, forgiveness has absolutely nothing to do with the person who you feel did you wrong. It has everything to do with you being able to release whatever that emotion is that's attached to whatever that person did. So if that person did you wrong, somebody did you wrong, and you're angry, you're mad, you're upset, whatever it is, you cut that person off, you don't even talk to them no more. Fine, whatever, right? You're always going to be holding that inside. Believe it or not, whether you're trying to hold it in or not, it's in there, okay? And the way that you let it out, the way that you release that pressure, that pain, that hurt, that anger, whatever it is that you're feeling, that you really probably don't know that you're feeling because you think you just put it away, you're over it and it's done, but it's really not. But the way that you release it is you have to forgive the individual, okay? And I'm gonna tell you something else about forgiveness. I'm gonna tell you something crazy about forgiveness, okay? Forgiveness, the proper way to forgive somebody is to actually speak it to them. Okay, that is the best way to release that emotional feeling, to release that feeling that's attached to it, to forgive somebody. You pick up the phone. Hey, listen, man, I know we fell out. If it was me picking up the phone, hey, man, I know we fell out 30 years ago. I just wanted to give you a call, man, and let you know, 30 years, right? And understand something else about forgiveness. You're gonna get some mixed feedback, okay? When it comes to the you reaching out to that individual to, you know, let them know, hey, I forgive you, right? And sometimes, man, it'll humble you. It'll humble you because I'm gonna tell you, it humbled me. It humbled me because I knew that, you know, really I've been holding some grudges. I didn't realize I was holding a grudge. I just thought that that's what you do. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people have to point certain things out to you for you to kind of really understand, like, oh, I'm not supposed to be. That's not how it's supposed to be. I thought when somebody do you dirty, you cut them off, you never speak to them again, and then you good. You don't forgive them. You don't, you know, none of this stuff. Just cut them off and go on about your business. Now, that's an option. That can be done. You can do that. But it doesn't make you a better person. I think over time it makes you a bitter person because now you have all of this stuff. Every time somebody does something to you, and this and that and whatever, you know what I'm saying? You got a lot of stuff built up. I'm gonna give you an example of a whole bunch of built-in stuff, man. I'm gonna give you an example, right? I mean, it's so many examples I could give, but okay, I'm gonna give you an example. When I'm driving in my car, right, like I'm doing right now, I'm driving and somebody cuts in front of me. It's no big deal. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Somebody cuts in front of me and then they hit their brakes. I just hit my brakes. It's cool. Somebody going too slow in front of me, you know what I'm saying? They just going slow in front of me. It's okay. If I want to go faster, I just change lanes and go around them. It doesn't bother me. But let me tell you something. My old lady, when you get behind the wheel of a car, man, she a monster. Let somebody cut in front of her. What? Man, she rolling down that window, she giving them the business. Sometimes she keep the window up and give them the business. I'm like, who you talking to? They can't even hear you. But she just got to vent. She just got to let it out. Like, you know what I mean? Man, somebody driving slow. And when I say slow, they doing 85 in a 70. I don't want to tell on them, man. I'm sorry if I'm telling how fast you drive or whatever. Like, but I'm just saying, like, man, if they not going at least as fast as she going, there's a problem. What are you doing? She flashing the headlights, she on that horn. And I'm just like, in the passenger seat, just looking over at her like, man, it ain't that serious. Why are they in this lane? They do not need to be in. I agree with you, but it's just not. You know what I'm saying? So, man, that's just like, that's something. I mean, she drives a lot. You know what I'm saying? She drives a lot. She's in and out of traffic, or, you know. So I don't know. Maybe when, you know what I'm saying? If that's your lane, that's what you do, then yeah, you're gonna have a lot of built up stuff when it comes to driving and traffic and whatever stuff like that. If you're constantly in that, you know what I'm saying, in that situation. I'm really not constantly in that situation. You know what I'm saying? I really don't drive too much. You know what I'm saying? I don't run here, then run there, then you got to shoot over here, then go across town and this and that. She does that. So, yeah, and a lot of times she got to be somewhere at a certain time. And see, me, when I get in the car, I ain't got no time limit, man. That's probably what it is. There's no stress. There's no stress for me when I'm driving. I get there when I get there. That's it, man. When I get there, it is what it is. But, some people are under pressure. They got somewhere that you got to be at a certain time. They got an appointment. They're running late for work. They're this or that, man. When it's time for me to go to work to take care of what I got to take care of, man, I give myself extra 25, 30 minutes, man, just in case. I give myself enough time. If I catch a flat, I can change the tire and still get there on time. You know what I'm saying? But I'm getting off topic. But, man, just going back to forgiveness, I'm just showing how when you don't forgive, man, you know what I'm saying? You get a lot of stuff, man, just kind of built up in you. And then it affects the other parts of your life. You know what I'm saying? It'll affect your driving. It'll affect how you feel when somebody's going slow in front of you. It'll affect how you feel when somebody cuts you off in traffic. Like, you just got all this built up, whatever. And that's just how it comes up, because you probably just got some other stuff built up. That's just, you know what I'm saying? That's just how I see it, right? So now in relationships, you know what I'm saying? You got some stuff built up in your relationship. You know what I'm saying? Your old man did you wrong, or your old man said something that made you feel some type of way or whatever, and you don't address it. You just hold it. You just keep it in or whatever. If you keep doing that, what's going to happen is one day he's going to say something that really ain't that bad, and you're going to blow up. Why? Because you got all of that stuff that you've been holding on. You got all of that stuff inside, and it's just gonna slip out without you even realizing it. It's just gonna slip out. It's just gonna slip out without you even realizing it. You know what I'm saying? And then your partner is sitting there like, what did I do? You know what I mean? What did I do to deserve that? Who you talking to? Like, and it just gets ugly. So, look, I'm just saying, please, forgiveness, when it comes to forgiveness, you gotta learn how to forgive your partner. I promise you, you have to learn. Man, y'all a team. Y'all a team. You know what I'm saying? Y'all a team. This ain't boxing. You know what I'm saying? A relationship is not like boxing. Okay? You're not trying to just win. You're not trying to just knock your partner out for the win. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all a team. It's like running a relay. You know what I'm saying? You got that first leg of the relay, then you got the second leg. You know what I'm saying? If the first leg ran a little slow, then the second leg got to speed up a little bit to compensate for, you know what I'm saying? But it's still a team. Y'all win together. If the first leg was running fast and the first leg is way ahead, now because they know that the second leg is going to run a little bit slower. When they pass that baton, now the second leg is running a little bit slower, but that second leg is doing the best that they can do. You understand what I'm saying? So as a team, you have to know what your partner's weakness is. You got to know what your partner's weakness is. And then you have to step up. Where they're weak, you have to step up. But at the end of the day, forgiveness. It's not about the person that did you wrong. No, it's not about that person. It's about you being able to let go of that feeling that you have inside, whether it be anger, hurt, whatever it is. That's what forgiveness is about. When you're letting somebody know, hey, listen, I forgive you for whatever. And they may be looking at you like, you forgive me. That's your problem. I ain't say it like I was trying to hurt your feelings. If you got hurt, that's on you. What you forgiving me for? It don't matter. Don't worry about the response that you get. Just know that you have to get that out of your system. Get it out your system. Go on and forgive them. Forgive them. Now, I ain't going to say you're going to forget it. I ain't saying that. But you got to forgive them. And like I said, the way that you forgive them, you got to kind of verbally, you know what I mean? You verbally, you get it out of you. Listen, I'm sorry for, hey, me cutting off our friendship because of what you said. But what you said really hurt me. And I felt like I didn't want to talk to you no more. And so I cut off our relationship, man. So hopefully, man, you forgive me, man. I appreciate the friendship that we had. We had a good, friendly relationship and everything. And I cut it off because I was in my feelings, man. Hopefully you can forgive me. And that's it, you know what I'm saying? If your spouse, man, if your wife come and tell you, fellas, or ladies, your husband come and tell you, hey, I felt some type of way about this, that, and the third. Whether you meant it that way or not, it's not about how you meant it. It's about how they took it. You understand what I'm saying? It's about how they took it. You know what I'm saying? So somebody takes something some type of way, you know what I'm saying? You take something some type of way, you cut them off, you got that anger and stuff inside of you, you got to forgive them. Just forgive them. Hey, listen, man, when you said A, B, C, and X, Y, Z to me, I felt some type of way about it. And so, like, for the next few days, you know what I'm saying, I didn't speak to you or whatever, but, you know what I'm saying, I want you to let you know I'm sorry that I didn't speak to you for X amount of days, but I just want to let you know, man, I forgive you for, what it is that you said that I took whatever kind of way. And again, you forgive me? Man, that's your problem. I ain't do nothing. But listen, forgiveness, man. When somebody do you wrong, you got to forgive them. That's it. End of story. I don't want to sound like I'm dragging it out, but I just really want to express that. Y'all in a relationship, y'all a team. Forgiveness, man. Forgive your partner. Your partner gonna mess up. You gonna mess up too. You gonna mess up too. At least if you forgive them for what they do, then when you mess up, you can be like, well, nah, you owe me this one because I forgave you when you did whatever like that. Right? You know what I'm saying? Use it to your advantage. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I'm just playing. Don't do that. But I mean, hey, if you got to do it. But no, honestly, you really got to forgive when somebody does you dirty, man. When somebody does you wrong. All right. So listen, y'all, let me know, man. Leave a comment. Let me know what y'all think about forgiving people, man. It's hard. It ain't easy. It ain't easy. But I'm gonna tell you, it's gonna help. It's gonna help. It's gonna help. You'll feel an overall weight lifted off your shoulders. You will, trust me, because I got hung up on. I got called all kind of names. I didn't even know what the name. I had to look them up on Google. The names that people were calling me from my past. That, hey man, I forgive you. You know what I'm saying? And it's not that many people that I had to reach out to be honest with you, man, because I have a very, very, very small circle. I have a very small circle of people. So for me, it wasn't that difficult, man. But for the people I reached out to, man, the response that I got, I mean, it varies, man. It was up and down. So, But look, forgive, man. You need that. That is a relationship killer right now. I'm letting you know, if you do not have it in your heart to forgive, you're killing your relationship, man. If you don't know how to forgive, I can't help you with that. The only thing I can tell you to do is pick up the phone and call that person and say, hey, listen, man, I forgive you. Anybody that you're holding a grudge against, somebody that you cut off for whatever reason, man, just reach out. Just reach out to that person, man, because they made you feel some type of way. See, that's what the forgiveness is about. They made you feel some type of way, and that's how you get that feeling off of you. All right? You forgive them for what it is that they did to you. All right, I'm out of here, man. I don't keep going forever. All right, y'all have a good day.